Now, this is something I want you to be able to see because in the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur, I can tell you that we go through all kinds of different things. Now, why I want to show you this is because it will allow you to get a little insight into, how tough it is for us out here in these streets. Now, I want you to see this because it's going to give you, I think, the bird's eye view that you'll need when you start deciding to do this stuff yourself. Now, I'm going to recommend that if you've got more time than you have money, then it is your responsibility. I kid you not, it is your responsibility to do it yourself. If you can do it yourself, then I think you can get a little bit of a heads up on what it's going to take, and then when you start giving it to other people, now they just can't come along and say, oh, this is going to be $1 million, you're going to need all these different things. You can go, you know what, I don't think so. So now if you're down with that, what I want to do is I want to show you a couple of things that I do right away. I start thinking about a video. Now oftentimes I like to just record, and if I just record, then what happens, you may not be on point with what's happening out there in society, because you may have all of your, gifts and tools and all these type of things. Like I say, I got all these cards. So you may be talking about some stuff. People go, look, bro, I'm worried about, people invading other countries and all that kind of stuff. And you're over here talking about, whatever. So that's a consideration. That's something to think about as you move forward with this kind of work. Now, do I recommend that you talk to and maybe start lining up how you're going to eventually offshore this, whether you're going to offshore it, to somebody in town, or if you're going to use, a team in India or a team in the Philippines or a team in Africa or a team wherever you want to use. I strongly recommend at least you go through the flow. They'll get a chance to see how you work. And then based on that, you can start going, okay, here's what I do on a daily basis. It's your standard operating procedure. And as a result of that standard operating procedure, you now can direct others. All right. So are you ready for this? I want to show you a couple of things that I typically do, and then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. I'm going to show you one of the things that I did first, right? So one of the very first things that I did is over here, and I says, I would love to be able to convert a file. And this is the key part. I love to be able to convert a file from a raw video, right? And this is the key part of this, right? So we want to, let me double check it here. Okay, you're good. So I want to be able to show this raw video into somewhere where I can get the transcripts. Now, I use other services, and you'll see that here coming up. And these other services sometimes, well, it costs you every month. And, depending on whether you're trying to save money or whatever, then you might kind of reconsider that. I'll give you an example of what you could do. I would strongly say, hey, listen, if you are right now paying for some kind of cable and you can get the equivalent in work, then you stop paying for cable. Why watch TV, right? So I'm just saying, a lot of people don't like to do that, but if you're about your game, this is what you're doing. So now I go here. I've already uploaded the files. I have already gotten my files. Now, here's what I do next. So I'm going to show you one of the next things that I like to get myself into. Again, this is the day in the life of a digital creator. Here it is. So I may go over to one of the tools, and then there may be a little bit of a lag time, y'all being able to see this right away. So don't worry about it. It'll show up as I'm going about this, right? So now, if you're watching it on a replay, then you're good. But typically, there's sometimes a degree of lag time because, well, the power of the machine, et cetera, et cetera. So now the next thing I did is I went over to Claude. Now I like to use Claude because what I am finding is ChatGPT is just breaking my heart. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting mad at ChatGPT, and it's starting to bug me. And if something bugs me too long, it's got to go. I don't know about you, but this is how I do. Now, Here's what I'm doing. So again, I'm over here and I'm now adding in a project. This is one of the key things. I want you to be able to add in a project. If you add in a project, then you have the ability to now make sure it stays away from your other stuff. This is a key consideration. Make sure it stays away from your other stuff because it'll start pulling things in, and you want to be very, very careful of that. So in this particular case, I was using one of the collaborations I'm working with or working on right now is with my friend Ashley, and we've got a career services business. So what I ended up doing is I pulled in the transcript. I dropped in the transcript right here, if you notice. Then I gave it a prompt. Please use this transcript and search the internet deep and wide, come up with matching keywords, et cetera, right? So I'm showing you all the things that I asked of it. Why do I like it better? A, it does stuff like this. This is why I will, I will probably fight you if you really start talking about Claude too badly, because it's just working very, very well. Next, again, we're doing this because this is the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. Now that we've got these different tools, and if you're doing it yourself, why do I do a lot of stuff myself? Well, because I'm hard-headed and I understand that I got a lot of stuff going on, but this is what I like to do when classes are out. When I'm not actively teaching class, then I like to do stuff like this. I don't know, call me crazy, but this keeps me going right now. First things first, I asked it to do very specific things. I wanted a YouTube video optimization guide, and this is exactly what it gave me. It gave me a guide. It gave me something that, guess what, I can use for myself. This is what I'm doing. And then I can use and sell to others, right? So here it is. First thing I wanted to know is my keywords, primary keywords, high volume. This is what it's telling me. AI replacing jobs 2025, AI job automation, all these kinds of things. That's exactly what I needed, because once I go over into our actual video, I wanted to be able to show this right now. Secondary keywords, this guy's name here, we talked about it inside of the actual episode. Key. So next one, long tail keywords. Bam. Will AI take my job? Right now, I'm going to be creating stuff like this. Will AI take my job calculator, so that people can buy this and see if their business or their job is in jeopardy. Now, would you want something like this? If you had a job, you're out there doing a humpity hump and you don't know if AI is going to take your job, this right here will start giving you indications and maybe even percentages of the reasons why. And if I can do that part, keep this in mind, then we can start mitigating against that potential loss. Now, it's not a guarantee, obviously, but here's what's happening. What jobs are safe from AI? Boom. Should I become a plumber? I don't know what they put AI in here for, but whatever. AI replacing white collar jobs, Michigan, California AI job break. So we talked about that inside of the actual episode. Then it's going to give me some hashtags. Wonderful. I'm loving it already with what it's doing for me. Super good stuff, right? Now, next. It's next saying, okay, here's the phase 2 of my options that I asked of it right in here. Okay. Option A, curiosity plus fear. AI is coming for your job. These are the states that are getting hit first. This right here is probably going to end up being the title. So I'm going to probably, it's an AI proof your career, billionaire moves, right? I don't want that one. Why blue collar jobs will win the AI war. That could be another type. That could be literally another episode. 12% of jobs already replaced by AI. Here's how not to be next. Okay, I haven't confirmed this right here yet. Now, this is a key thing. I haven't confirmed that this is actually true, but that could be pretty interesting. Then phase 3, this is what it's doing. It's saying, okay, cool. This is what y'all talked about. You and Ashley talked about. Here are some potential descriptions that you can now use within what you're going to be doing. All right. So far, so good, right? This is one of the key things, y'all. I want you to be able to see this stuff because, and why it becomes a very big mattering force is because this could be you. This could be your job. This could be something going on in your life right now. And we have to be and get ahead of it like crazy. It is our responsibility to get ahead of this. I'm telling you. Now, next thing is I want to jump into, and this is why I talk about monetizing your life and the whole big idea. I got these 6 ways to monetize your life right now so that you will never be laid off again. I'm telling you, I can't guarantee that, but I'm just saying. I want you to be able to go out there and monetize your life. I wanted to make sure I talked about that, right? And I got a guide out there right now that I can put you in contact with that'll help you with this. Okay, there we go. Phase 5, thumbnail strategy. So you see what it's doing for me. It is literally giving me, based on the fact that I put it as a project. Now, if I had put this into my regular chats, what's going to happen is going to pull in all of these other things that I've ever talked about. And it's going to say stuff like, well, you're the monetize your life guy, so you should probably say this. And I don't want to hear all that. I just want this to be very specific to Ash Rand career services. That's it. Okay. So it's giving me some stuff. It's saying, well, here's what you could do from a thumbnail perspective, because right now I just have Ashley and I on the video itself. So I'm going to be showing you a little bit of that going forward. If you're inside of Ashley and I and or one of my courses, then I will show you how we're going to be doing that. Now, Ashley and I, we're creating our own stuff too, but that's a little separate issue. All right, now here it is. Phase 6, all tools and micro-SaaS ideas. You see what I'm doing here? I'm saying, hey, not only solve the problem, but also solve the problem so that I can solve other people's problems. That's what we're doing. We are getting out there and doing the best that we can to solve other people's problems. Why keep it to yourself? That's selfish. And you're not selfish, are you? If you are, stop that. So it's giving me some ideas. Career pivot roadmap generator. That's one I'm going to be doing. Ashley and I are going to be crushing on that. Blue collar job matcher. That's a little bit harder, but possible. Career pivot roadmap. Okay, we got that one. And then I says, well, give me some mini courses that I can create like tonight. Give me something that I can create with no muss, no fuss. And you see what it's doing is absolutely going out there and showing these kinds of things as well. Now, I show you all of this to do a couple of things. I want you to be able to monetize your life as well, whether you're in a 9 to 5 situation now, or you're saying, I got to get out of this 9 to 5 stuff. I need flexibility in my life. I need to be able to travel. I need to be able to, love up on the world. I need to take care of an elderly parent, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you now, the hope is that when I show you these things, this is my invitation to you. When I show you these things, that you're able to go, all right, cool. I think I want to talk to Randy right now because I want him to show me how to monetize my life. He literally just showed me how he would take content and create stuff from it. I got content. I'm full of content or whatever it is. He's showing me how to do it. That's my call to action for you. So it's doing it's doing just wonderful stuff. That's why I like it. And that's why I have fired Chat GPT. Sorry, OpenAI, but that thing is driving me bananas. And now next, remember how I said, again, this is the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. These are the kind of things that we do all of the time. We're creating content around things. We're producing content around things. And then I've got, if you notice, this is on our Randy Austin Publishing, one of my other companies, right? Randy Austin Publishing, because I want to be able to go out here and says, okay, I've done it for you. I've just showed you. Let's jam on this. All right. Y'all need some music for this? Are y'all ready? All right. Let's go ahead and get some music on this. Music creator, do your thing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in some music because this is the point that we start feeling awesome about what we are doing. Let's jam. All right. Y'all ready? Here it is. All right. That's too loud, right? You can't hear me now. This one is done by Music Creator. I love these guys. They're awesome, right? Let's go ahead and start continuing what we're talking about. Now, the next thing I want to show you is this. I want to show you how I would then go over to my YouTube channel. You ready for that? All right, so let's go to our YouTube channel. This is a second get over here. I'm going to go over to our YouTube channel, and then I'm going to start putting in those things. Okay, so now I showed you before. Let me go ahead and share this tab right here. So what I showed you was I'm going to go in the studio. Now we're just starting our channel, so we don't have a lot of stuff on there. So we're subscribers, we just starting the channel. So now I'm going to go over to the video. They allow you about your job loss. That was the video that I was going to. That was the name that I was going to call it. You know what? The better name. So why would I call it this way when I got some really good names? So now I got some different names in here. One name that we like, AI is good for your job. These things are getting hit first. Map reveals all. That one I love, right? So AI is good for your jobs, but you see what we did here. AI is good for your job, right? That is a fear-inducing thing. Would y'all agree? That's fear-inducing. So AI is coming for your job. Then I'm going to say something. These states are getting it. Right now, you see what I'm doing here, right? Getting it. And I like what they did here. Even they put first as Matt revealed. So getting hit first. Now, it may not, if you notice what's going on in the background here, AI is, I'm going to put capital letters for all of these things. Why? Because well, it's coming for your job. And capitalize all of these. So you're seeing, like I say, a day in the life of a digital entrepreneur. This is the kind of stuff that we do. I mean, some people, have big old teams and all this kind of stuff, but I like to take the idea that if I'm going to be showing somebody, maybe you don't have all, right? And then I'm going to say map reveal. That's one of the other things. So that's going to add credibility. There we go. Map reveals. Now, we then go and talk about in the description field. All right. In the description field, it talks about AI is already sweeping, da 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 da. Even if you're 55 plus, just grabbing all kind of cool stuff that I can say right here. It doesn't I can download in order to get the words out. So I'm in the description field. I'm gonna probably just copy this for now. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it and put it right now. 33, that's nothing, right? So now I'm saying AI is super in the US. It's a functional job already replaced. This eye-opening episode, Ashley Moran from Amtrak breaks it down with their highway. That's perfect. Now, go through this stuff right here. And I'm going to add some keywords that they talk about. I got to download this in order to help you with it. Go through this piece of information. Now, working on that. All right. You're seeing what I'm doing here. I'm literally creating content around this so that this content I can go out there and I can like this. You're seeing this, I want you to say I want you to place I. It's you. You do this stuff. You can serve. Take what you did, where you are working, and start asking, why do I teach this the time? I don't just want to teach it. I want to do it. I want to show it. Bro, that's exactly what I need to say. How you do this stuff. I want to become a content creator. That's you just show me how that I do stuff. Excited. I can only do it if you subscribe to the channel, pass it on, and then you do the description for stuff, get into the comment section, start commenting stuff. So I can respond back. gotta make sure that the absolutely knows. We see we got tags, so we're gonna be able to put tags in and all that kind of stuff. All right, we are ready to jump this. I'm gonna go into last bit of this. We say now we have a chance to start sharing. If you see what I've shown you, and you see what's possible, what I would like you to do next, I'm going to delete this. I want you to, I literally, this is my task. I want you to help me think of put in, find me. I can see that there's so many ways. Just one Facebook that says, where this guy at? I'm going to DM him and DM me that you want to look into. And now you show that you go a little bit further. Make it super easy and all that kind of stuff. But I will interview a person that seriously, that's it. Are you willing to put in the work? If not, you probably won't do it. All right, now, as I've shown you these different things, the day in the life of a digital entrepreneur, this whole life, I'm going to be doing a super long live swing at another time. I just want you to be able to see that, grab your snippet, and go, I need to work with this guy. He's going to show me the wrong. You're all with me. And I'll see you on the next video.